Hello everyone, I'm back again with another God Guide, and today I'm going to be going over Ymir. Now, as you can take a look at the items I have, I'm not going to go over support Ymir because I already did a video on supports and most of the builds, because Ymir right now is seeing more play in the jungle or even solo lane. He's very good, he has very high scaling, and well, that's kind of the thing about Guardians right now, why they're so powerful, because they have such high scaling, because they're supposed to, most of the time, well, they were designed to be played as support, and supports usually fall behind, so they had to have really high scaling so they could still be viable from behind. So when you put them in a position where they can get equal form with someone, they can be really strong. Mirror's no exception, and the meta right now, he's played a lot in the jungle. He's very good in the jungle. And he's played a little bit in solo lane. Not too much, but still a little bit. Probably about as much as he gets played support. He's very good right now. He has incredibly high scaling on his health. He gets it's like 104 health per level. It's pretty crazy. And, well, if you want to see more of a support build for Ymir, just go check out my support guide. And this is going to be more for the people that want to play him jungle and support, because, not support, but jungle and solo. Sorry for that. And you should probably look into it, because he's a lot of fun, and he just does a lot of crazy things. So we're going to get into the build. Start off with your typical mage starting item, which will be Vampiric Shroud. Like I said before, you just get it for this sustainability. You're going to get extra health and mana when you kill someone, or kill minions. You're going to get extra health, extra damage at the start. It's a good item. Shabbat. Now, I have I buy Hog. I like to buy Hog 2 on Ymir at the start, just to add the extra clear, because it takes a little bit of time for Glacier Strike to start clearing the way. It doesn't take too long, but I just like to have it late game to help with objective secure, since I am also playing as another Guardian. But you don't have to start with it, but just remember that if you don't start with it and the enemy team at the beginning of the game scout you out, that they will come and invade you and take your blue buff. And Ymir's not going to have a good time without his blue buff at the start of the game. He's going to have some problems. So I like to get Hog just as, just in case. It's much safer. Obviously, if you make it late game without Hog, then you're going to be a little more powerful, but I don't know. I still think it's nice to have at least 2 people with Hog on the team. Just for the extra security of capturing objectives like Gold Fury and Fire Jet. Then, buy potions. Potions are good. I usually like to get Hog 2, so I get the 600, because I like the 1 minute cooldown, so I usually only have enough for 2 potions. If you buy a Hog 1, you can also buy boots. You want Ymir is very slow, so boots also help a lot. And then, of course, just whatever bit you have left, just buy potions. Now we're going to start off with boots. Buy boots. Like I just said, Ymir is very slow. Boots are going to be very good for him. As far as you want to go power or cooldown boots, that's completely up to you. Because either way, we're going to get some cooldown reduction. We're going to get as close to the cap on cooldown reduction or at the cap, just depending on what you want. I like to go, actually, I don't know. I build both depending on the situation. Sometimes I might want the extra damage and the mana at the start, or sometimes I just want to go and get my cooldown reduction. I guess it usually depends on how my lane's going. So I usually play Ymir solo, because I mostly play solo. If I'm winning my lane, doing good, I'm going to get the cooldown reduction boots. If I'm struggling a little bit in lane, then I'll go and get the power boost just to get the extra clear and damage and mana. By the way, can't go wrong. Now, we got Wing Blade here. It's another cooldown reduction item, but it's also another item that you should build on Ymir, because of a lot of things that he really needs, like movement speed. Gives them a lot of extra health. And it even gives them some attack speed, which you might not think is important, but when I show you his abilities, the attack speed is not going to hurt Ymir any. It's also going to be another stat that we're not going to go to any other attack speed, but it's not something Ymir's going to complain about. And the passive is probably the best part of why you want this for Ymir, because if Ymir is already slow. If he gets slowed, he's probably just going to die. This is going to prevent you from getting slowed every, I don't remember how many seconds it is. I just realized I had this down here twice. I think it's like every 45 seconds or something like that. But yeah, it's very good. I recommend building this. I think it's needed on Ymir. It's very good on Ymir. And so if you bought the power boots at the start, I would suggest getting Breastplate of Valor. That'll give you the max cooldown then. On the downside, it doesn't give you any health, but it does give you some mana. It gives you a pretty good bit of physical protection. Still a good item. It's going to give you 25% cooldown reduction. That'll put you at the max with Wing Blade. You'll be able to get your freezes off more, Glacier Strikes, Ultimate, Wall. All things Ymir wants. It's very good. And that will lead us into Ethereal Staff. Ethereal Staff is going to give you 600 health. You're already gaining about 104 health a level. And, well, you're going to have a lot of health. And if you get E-Staff, like third item, it's going to be really hard for the enemy team to kill you, as long as you're not like really far behind. Because you're just going to have so much health. You're going to be able to suck up everything. Ymir's naturally pretty tanky, just by himself. So yeah, Ethereal Staff's very good. Since you have very high health scaling, also it's gonna convert a percentage of your health to damage, so you're gonna get a pretty good damage back from E-Staff also. Very good item. Now we're gonna move on to some other damage options. Got Soul Reaver. Still don't. Besides supports, I don't like Soul Reaver that much. But like I said before, and I talked about Soul Reaver, it's pretty good against other tanky lineups. It's not that bad on Ymir, especially if you can use it with his ultimate, because your ultimate is, I know, one of the most damaging abilities in the game, if not the most damaging. I don't think it's the most damage, but I know it's way up there. It has like a base 1000 damage at max level. So you can hit someone with that fully charged and with Soul Reaver. Oh, that's gonna do so much. It's gonna hurt them so much. That will completely change a team fight. Your ultimate will completely change a team fight without Soul Reaver, but you know, Soul Reaver's not bad. It's gonna give you a lot of damage. I think it's like 100 extra damage anyway. It's not bad. It's not my first choice, but it has its uses. I just thought I should mention it again. We got Warlock Sash. It's an okay item on Ymir. I would rather just have the E-Staff. But yeah, you want to build 100 stacks on him. This item is slightly better than E-Staff. Maybe. I don't know. E-Staff might be better since Ymir has that high of a scaling on health. Either way, it's there. I would just build E-Staff, but it's an option if you want even more health. I think it's a little greedy, and you're going to be stuck in the lane for a long time building the stacks. But it's there. Next, we're going to get Void Stone. You should build Void Stone. This is going to be your best bet for magical protection. It's going to help your other mages out for extra penetration, and, well, like I said, it gives you penetration. It gives you magical power, magical protection. I mean, what else do you really want? You lot. Fortunately, it doesn't give you health, but that would just make this item really overpowered. And oh, there's already plenty of overpowered items. So very good on Ymir. Get it. This is gonna be your penetration item. Don't worry about Obsidian Shard or anything. Just get Void Stone. Last damage item. You probably should build this item last on Ymir. Rod Tahuti. It's a very powerful damage item. Give you a lot of extra damage. And, well, there's not a whole lot else to say about Rod Tahuti. It's just there for damage. It gives you a lot of damage. And that's all you need to know about Ratatouille. Now we're going to move on to a couple other defensive items. Hide the Enemy line is an item that's starting to get bought a little bit more now since this double. I can't go a video without messing up talking. With this new double hunter meta that's going on, hide the Enemy line is actually pretty good now. I would only buy this if there's 2 hunters on the enemy team. Because other than that, it's not really worth it. It's a very good item. It's going to reflect a lot of damage back at them. It's probably going to mostly just nullify their healing. That they get from lifesteal. It's going to give you a pretty good bit of protection. Physical protection. Going to give you some more health, which Ymir's not going to complain about. Especially with E-Staff. It's very good. Now, the Guardian Mail is another very good anti-hunter item that is also works really well against basic attack melee gods like Kali and stuff, because it has a chance to slow them and their attack speed. So someone like Kali walks up, if you're trying to run away from Kali, she walks up, hits you. Well, she might get slowed and then she won't be able to chase you. If she hits you in the middle of a team fight, she's going to be slow and have attack speed slowed. She's not going to do a whole lot. You're just going to freeze her and kill her. And she's not going to be able to get away from you or your teammates. It's very good. Also works decently with Ymir because he also has 2 slows in his kit. So, it's going to work out there. It's a very good item. It's going to give you a lot of extra health too. I think it's like 250 health. Which, once again, works really well with E-Staff. Also, gives you a good bit of physical protection. Now we're going to move on to Mystical Mail. Mystical Mail also gives you a lot of physical physical protection and health. But also gives you an aura around you that whenever you stand near an enemy god or minions, they take 40 magical damage. Now this is also affected by penetration and their magical protection, so you should not see 40 damage pop up on them. Yeah, probably be some more like 32 or something like that. I guess more squishier opponents, but that might not seem like a lot. But if they take it, they take it a few times, it will add up. This is an item that's better to get early, which is kind of iffy to get on Ymir, but still a choice, still an option. I mean, it still works just fine late game. It's just more powerful and useful early, but you can still buy it late game. Mystical Mail, very good. It's just really expensive, but it's worth it. It's worth that price. Now, I did accidentally have Ring Blade here twice. Take a look. It's not really a whole lot else you can get. You can get Magi's Blessing. Magi's Blessing would be very good against Ymir because he does not really get stunned, since, like I said earlier, he's really slow. So Magi's is also very good on him, along with Spirit Robes. Might not be that bad on him, though I prefer Magi's Blessing on him for the extra health. But this does give you a little bit more protection than Magi's, and it gives you the cooldown reduction and extra tankiness when you get CC'd. But I prefer Magi's Blessing. I think it's a better choice. And you could do Stoning Guys since you're going to have a lot of health. That'll give you a lot of regeneration. I don't know if it would be worth it because you don't usually want to stack too much magical protection, since magical protection is much worse than physical. But it's an option. I would still just get Void Stone. It's going to help you out a lot more. You could build Sovereignty or Heart Ward if your support needs help, so they don't have to spend the gold on it. Once again, probably not the best for Ymir, but it could help the team out some. But you should ask your support about that. They need help. Other than that, not much else here for Ymir. I guess Bulwark of Hope is decent too. Still wouldn't get over Void Stone. I wouldn't even get it over Stone of Gaia, to be honest, but it's there. It's something. I mean, all these items are good in some situations, Even Mail Renewal. I really like Mail Renewal. I won't really get it often because it's not that good, but I think it's still a good item. I just wish it gave you more physical. If it gave you more physical protection, it would probably be much better. But it's kind of right now. I like the idea of it though. I think it's pretty cool. But still, really don't. You really shouldn't get it. Although, I'll say, like I said, for every other item, it does have its uses. Anyway, there's one more item I want to talk about before we leave. That's Jungle Isolation. I've been seeing people buying this item on Ymir. Don't buy Jungle Isolation on Ymir. It doesn't do that much for him. You're gonna get what you're gonna get. Are you really want to buy this for the extra slow? Even though Ymir has a very good slow already. He has a 35% slow. I'm pretty sure it is on his 2. I mean, why would you want to waste a slot for extra slow? I mean, you're gonna get better, and plus you'll get better stats out of other items. This is just gonna waste an item slot. There's no reason to get Jungle Isolation. Please do not buy Jungle Isolation on Ymir. It's not worth it. Next, we're gonna go over actives real quick. Now, for me, I only have one extra active slot since I'm gonna buy Hog 3. But if you're not gonna buy Hog 3, then take 2 of these items down here. And I know I had this one second, but I'm gonna go over it first. I should put this first, but get Blink on Ymir. You should buy Blink on Ymir. You just need to buy it. There's no other way around it. Blink is amazing on Ymir. You can, especially if you're jungling, you set up so many gank potential. You have such gank potential with Blink Ymir. You just blink in, freeze them, hit the Glacier Strike. They're gonna be slowed. They're gonna be stunned. Your teammate's gonna be there to help on them. They're just gonna die. You can just ulti, put a wall up. It's a good time. They're probably gonna die. It does a lot of damage early game. He kind of falls off a little bit late game, but damage wise. But early game, he does so much damage. It's not even funny. And then some other ones you can look at if you don't buy Hog 3. Heavenly Agility. It's not the best on Ymir, but it'll help him. It'll prevent him from being slowed. Which you should have Wing Blade for that, but it does have cooldowns. It also prevents your teammates from being slowed, since it also affects your teammates. Agility is a very good item that I don't hardly ever see get picked, and it should get picked a lot more because it's a very powerful item. It's very good, especially on healers. This is another item I never see get picked. That's Shell of Absorption. It's also another very powerful item. It's going to prevent a lot of damage for your team, along with your supports. If your support has Sovereignty and Heart Ward up, and you just put this on them, oh, it's even better if you have a Sylvanas, because they can have Lotus Crown too. Put even more protection on them, along with Sovereignty and Heart Ward, and then this. Sweet. But that's Sylvanas. That's another story. But yeah, Absorption. Help keep your team alive. If your team's still alive, that's more damage for your team. Can't go wrong with it. Pretty good. Then we got Weakening Curse, of course, for teams that are very reliant on healing, like Hell, Ra, Aphrodite, gods like that. Still good on. It slows, which is also isn't that bad. But make sure you just get Blink. Blink is the one that's really needed, so buy Blink, please. So that's about does it for Ymir and his build. Now we're going to go over to his abilities. We're going to start with this passive Frostbite. Frostbite, whenever you hit an enemy with one of your abilities, it puts a debuff on them where they take 100% more damage from your melee attacks. This is why a little bit of attack speed from Wing Blade is not that bad on Ymir, because he's going to be wanting to basic attack some, especially early. You just hit them with the Frost Breath, hit them with the Glacier Strike, they're going to be slowed. You're just going to whack on them a few times. It also helps with clearing the way, because you're just Glacier Strike the minions. They're going to have the debuff on them. You can just melee them. It's actually a very good passive. It doesn't seem that good, but this is also another reason why Ymir's better in the jungle and solo lane, I think, than he is support. And another reason why he does so much damage early game. I mean, even his basic attacks are threatening. And he's a guardian. That's crazy. Next we have Ice Wall. And anybody that's played Ymir a lot knows that Ymir lives and dies by the Ice Wall. You're either gonna help your team out and make an awesome play with your ice wall. I mean, you might block someone in the jungle. It's really easy to use in the jungle. You can block an enemy in. They're gonna be trapped, especially if they have no jumps. They're just gonna have to stop and fight y'all. They're pretty much dead. Or you might screw your team over. You might be chasing someone. You might try to put the wall up to block them off, and it might get placed right behind them and block your team off instead. It's very sad. It's gonna happen. You might get your teammate killed with ice wall. It's just one of those abilities that you're just gonna live and die by. It's gonna happen to every Ymir player. And, well, it's just kind of how his wall works. But still, don't be scared to use it. It's still very powerful. Just on the safe side, just make sure before you use it that nothing bad will happen for your team when you put it up. Make sure you have a safe and guaranteed good wall to put up. Also, if you look at that max rank, 6-second wall. That's crazy, especially if you're blocking in a non-mobile enemy. They're not going anywhere for 6 seconds. That's crazy. Next, we're going to have Glacier Strike. This is going to be the first ability you level up. This thing does a lot of damage. 370 at max level. Plus 70% of your magical power. It's great. Basically, it's just a straight line attack. It has a wide area effect. It's not very long, but it's pretty wide. You also get 35% slow on it. Last 4 seconds. Kind of the reason why you don't want to get Jumbo Isolation, because Glacial Strike is very good. It's on an 8-second cooldown. You get that when you get your max cooldown reduction or close to it, you'll be using this ability quite often, which is also why you don't need Jumbo Isolation. Once again, I'm just gonna say it. Do not buy Jumbo Isolation. If I see someone buying Jumbo Isolation, I would be mad, especially on their own my team. I won't be that mad, but I'd probably just stop and laugh at you instead for buying an item that's gonna do absolutely nothing for you, really. Next, go like a Frost Breath. This is gonna be the item that you want to level up second. It's your stun. It does some damage. Actually, does a decent little bit of damage. Not a crazy amount. Nothing like Glacial Strike, but still does something. It also applies Frostbite, which, I mean, just like Glacial Strike does. But max rank, it lasts 2.25 seconds. 2.25 seconds. That's a long stun. No one's going to want to get stunned by that, especially if someone's squishy, because they're probably just going to die. So, just general hint, if you're playing against Ymir, if you see Ymir running at you, please run away. He's just going to walk up to you and freeze you. Don't make it easy on him. Now, lastly, we got Shards of Ice. One of, if not the most damaging ultimates in the game. He's going to crash down the ground. He's going to be CC immune. He's going to channel his ultimate for about 3 seconds. And, well, if he gets it fully channeled, you can see the base damage at max level. It's 1100 plus 150% of your magical power. That's a lot of damage. I mean, this is a great ability for securing objectives, for zoning people out, or just doing it in the middle of a team fight. I mean, if someone's going hard on one of your teammates, just go over there, just use your ulti. They're not going to want to stand that when it goes off. It's also going to slow them while they're in it by 30%. That's the reason why you don't need Gem of Isolation. It's a very powerful ability, especially if you get it fully charged. Now, you can detonate it early. It's going to do less damage, but I'd rather have guaranteed damage than no damage at all. Also, once again, this applies Frostbite, but they might be dead by the time this goes off, so that might not matter that much. Still. And those are the abilities. We're going to want to level up Glacial Strike first, Frost Breath second, Ice Wall last. Of course, get Shards of Ice whenever you can. And that's going to about do it for Ymir. Now, one thing I wanted to go over before I stopped here is my Dark Souls 2 series. Right now, I'm kind of taking a break from it. I was really excited to start playing Dark Souls 2 again. Played for a little while, and I got to the point where I didn't really feel like playing it too much. But if it's something that anybody does want to see more of, just let me know. I don't mind doing it as long as people want to see it. I mean, if I don't know, I just don't feel like really playing it right now. But if people want to see it, I'll play it if they want to see it. That's how I feel about it. But just let me know about that. Also, let me know what god you would want to see me go over next. I can go over, pretty much anybody. Don't matter. I have a decent understanding of most gods. Well, of all the gods. There's some gods I know a lot more about than others, but if you give me a god that I'm not super confident with, I'll just go play a lot of games with them. Get confident with them real quick. I do have all the gods mastered though, at least, as you can tell, since I have 64 down there. So at least I have a basic understanding of how to play them. Also, I just want to thank y'all for if anyone made it all the way through this commentary. It means a lot. I know I said this a couple weeks back. I'm not the best at this yet. I haven't been doing this quite for a month yet. I'm trying to get better. I've been streaming a lot also, so if you want to see me, if you want to come hang out sometime, just come hang out. We're mostly playing Smite. I'll be playing some Payday 2 when it comes out on Xbox One, but I'll still always play Smite. Smite's fun. I love the game. Hanging out. Also, if this helped out any, please like the video and share it. Also subscribe. I'm going to be posting a lot. I'm going to try to post at least every day. Unless I'm working and get really busy, then I won't be able to. But I'm going to try to post every day. At least one video. And, well, with that, I just want to say thank y'all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And have fun.